It's Friday, April 12th, 2024. Let's talk about the news. From the Associated Press, ethnic guerrillas in Myanmar look set to seize an important town on the Thai border from military. Earlier this week, the Karen National Liberation Army in Myanmar claimed to have almost taken control of a major trading hub called Myawaddy, which is located along the country's border with Thailand. This marks just one of many recent defeats for the Myanmar military government, which launched a coup and took control of the country from the elected government in February of 2021, suppressing nonviolent protests in the aftermath of that coup, which seems to have sown the seeds for the array of guerrilla efforts plaguing them across the country today. In October of last year, 3 different rebel groups formed an alliance and kicked off a significant offensive in the northeastern portion of Myanmar, and that snowballed into a sequence of defeats and retreats that have dogged the military government leading up to today. From Engadget, Google says it will destroy browsing data collected from Chrome's incognito mode. As part of a settlement for a lawsuit filed against the company in 2020, Google has said it will destroy what it calls, quote, billions of data points, end quote, that it collected from users of its Chrome browsers while those users had incognito mode activated, and that it will also update its disclosures about what sorts of data it collects when that feature is in use. The crux of this lawsuit is that everything about Chrome's incognito mode, from its icon to its name, implies that folks using it won't be tracked, and that they can thus safely and privately engage in whatever online behavior they choose. But that's not the case. Google still monitors incognito activities and passes on some of that data to the sites they visit. The lawsuit initially asked for up to $5 billion in damages, citing federal wiretapping and California privacy laws. And while some individuals are now filing separate cases aiming to get payouts for these alleged privacy violations, the court did not approve financial damages in this case, provided the company delete the data they collected from these users and that they make more clear how this function works moving forward. And from the New York Times, Arizona reinstates 160-year-old abortion ban. On Tuesday, Arizona's Supreme Court upheld a law from 1864 that bans all abortions, except to save a woman's life, though the court put the ruling on hold while a lower court sorts out whether or not it's constitutional. This ruling is notable in part because of how harsh it is, not making any exceptions in cases of rape or incest, and in allowing for the prosecution and imprisonment of doctors who perform abortions in the state. And it's also notable because the issue of abortion is looking to be a key factor in the upcoming U.S. elections, to the point that Republican candidates, those in Arizona but also former President and once more presidential candidate Trump, are backtracking on previous anti-abortion positions, softening their language on the matter in an attempt to give Democratic competitors less ammunition to use against them in the run-up to that vote. The state's attorney general, who's a Democrat, has said she would not enforce this law if it does end up sticking. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com. And you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.